And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, October the 12th, 2018. It's Season 12, Episode 36. I'm Scott.
It's the 6th, actually.
Oh, 30... What?
October 6th.
Why did I have 12? Oh, that's when your thing is. That's why I wrote that down.
Yeah, I'm RJ.
Thank you for fixing that for me. Yeah,
one day, folks. We've been doing this long enough. Eventually, we'll have a perfect episode.
I will tell you, when I was doing this, Matt sent a message on G Talk or whatever.
Okay.
When is their thing? And I said the 12th, and that's exactly what I wrote down when I did this. I remember doing that. Yeah.
And I'm Matt.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is the 6th of October, not the 12th, because it's just not. We're not in the future there. It's not a Friday. It's a Saturday. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. 334-272-9228 is the number. Check out InGameChat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can find us on Facebook at InGameChat. You can email us, everyone at InGameChat.net. We're streaming right now on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv, type in InGameChat. You'll be able to find us there. And watch the show and join into the chat room live while we broadcast. So, welcome to the show, everybody. As you know, our program is sponsored by Quality Comics, and we have Lee Daniels here. From Quality Comics.
Hello.
We plan on having you guys in at least once a month to talk about what's going on over at the shop, and what's going on at the shop on Friday the 12th. I know when that is.
It's not today.
Yeah, it's your big anniversary.
Yes. 1 year in the same location, the new location, big location.
Yeah,
much bigger.
Exactly. You're going to be what's going on for the anniversary? Okay, so it's a year, right? Just a year,
right?
Okay.
Right. Technically, it's a few days off, but hey, it works. It's Friday. So.
Yeah. What's going on?
We've got all day, of course. We're having sales in the store. Mm-hmm. It's half off of all of our back issues, our regular price back issues. That's gold, silver, bronze age. All the books.
Yeah.
10% off of our graphic novels, our single cards, Magic cards, Pokemon cards, baseball, hockey, football, you name it. 10% off all the toys in the store. We've got Marvel Selects, we've got the DC Icons, all the big stuff, and then we've got some vintage things as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Star Trek, Star Wars, which you would expect to find at a large collectible shop. So
right.
That, as far as saving your money, maybe you want to do some early holiday shopping, that's the place to do it. But between 4 and 5, the Rickmobile for Rick and Morty will be arriving. So they're going to have...
What is the Rickmobile?
It is a bizarre-looking truck. You really got to Google it and bring it up. But it's Rick from Rick and Morty on his knees looking wild-eyed so that if the vehicle is leaving away from you, you would see Rick's face. It's very bizarre. But they come and they bring specific merchandise that you can only get from the Rickmobile, and they'll be there from 5 to 8, and I'm not sure what else they're bringing to the table. They said it's going to be a surprise, so
okay.
We're kind of wondering what it's going to be like ourselves. We're going to have food and drinks, and we're going to have giveaways. We've got grab bags for coming, one per customer,
Mm-hmm.
of course, but they've got comics in them, they've got odds and ends toys, and we're also, that Friday and Saturday, we've got it on Craigslist, I think, and maybe Facebook, our sidewalk sale, and we're going to have a bunch of stuff out there. Like I've got probably 300 Star Wars vehicles still in the package from Hot Wheels and you name it. What all the makers, Hasbro, all that stuff. $2. Mm-hmm. They're in bins in the store right now. So if you wanted to go get Star Wars figures and vehicles, go to Quality Comics. We close at 7 o'clock today, and we're 12 to 5 tomorrow. And we're also rearranging the store tomorrow for our big event, so there's a lot going on.
Okay, wonderful. That sounds fantastic.
Rick Mobile is disturbing.
Isn't it? It's so disturbing.
If I saw that, driving down the interstate,
You'd think twice.
I would.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay. Look at that thing.
Isn't it? And he's like slobbering or something. I'm not sure what that is.
Well, because he's perpetually drunk. I don't know. That's
Somebody should pull that up on a cell phone and show the Twitch audience.
That's
Man.
something else.
All right. So, yeah, that's going to be at the... that's going to be fantastic seeing that driving
And it's
down
apparently
the road.
highly sought after. So they ditched a multitude of other requests in the state for us.
Well, I was going to say, how
So I
does
was like,
one...
awesome.
Yeah, how do you get selected to have the Rickmobile come to your
Well,
event?
it's not first come, first serve, and it's not really who you know. I think it's more like your web presence, and because we have a large online community that we do business with.
Yeah.
And at one point before Brent Mechlin, the owner, started his brick and mortar, he was among the authorities in the industry, and not that he's not now, but he didn't have the web presence for a little while because he was focusing on getting his Montgomery operation up and running, and kind of pulled back a little bit. So Quality Comics has a bit of a name in the vintage comic thing, so they want to go where it benefits them as well as us. So, it gave us a little edge, I think, on some of the competition. So, pretty happy about that.
Well, that's fantastic, and it's going to be this Friday. Now, the deals are going to be going on all weekend long, though, right?
Well, it's
or Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. Only.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Sunday's a new week, and unless we just have a bunch of stuff left, which Lord willing we won't, but if we do, we may go Sunday too.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Quality Comics on 500 Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery. And you can check out their website, qualitycomics.com, comics with an X, of course. But check out their Facebook page. It's Montgomery Quality Comics. They're on Facebook as well. Don't forget their eBay store. A lot of stuff there that you can check out. You can call them at 272-1787, or if you're out of the state, 1-800-548-3314. Now, even if you're not even out of the state, maybe you're up in Birmingham, or maybe, want to take a drive down to see the Rickmobile, then why not do so?
Definitely worth the trip.
Yeah, and enjoy it on Friday, and take advantage of some of the deals that they got going on. All those Star Wars toys for what, $2?
Yeah, $2. I mean, we got a ton of stuff going on sale, 75% off and 50% off. We just have so much in the stuff we've gotten piled up that we've been setting aside. We kind of started too early, and Jason Barnes, the store manager, said, "You got to put some of this out because I can't move around."
Right.
So we're like, okay. So we did that, and we're going to have some things hopefully for the Gump City Con, I think it is, that comes up
Yes,
in October.
that's
Yeah, that's coming up.
October 20.
Sometime later this month.
Yeah.
So we'll have that going on, and we're partnered up with GT South and Hot Topic, so you'll see our banners around town for promoting this event, and for some other things. So just keep an eye out, and we've got a lot of things planned. So they're all
Cool.
going to come through Blue Water and in-game chat. So
No, that's wonderful. And what else is now just outside of the anniversary? What else is going on with the shop? What else is
well,
there?
we've got, of course, like I said, the rearranging. We're going to become a little more streamlined, give people more room, make a larger area for our gaming and for our
I
card.
was going to say you've already
collectors.
got you're in a pretty big area as it is. You've got the back of the shop is just as big as the front of the shop.
Right.
It's almost like it's split in half.
And that's kind of the idea. We have our online operations, where we do all of our different things, and then
Man
we have
cave.
our right. Then we have our front of the store operations, but right now we can accommodate easily 6-foot tables for gamers.
And that's, pretty cool.
It is, and we've had a lot of people
Six
showing up.
6 foot tables is a lot,
A lot of space, yeah.
It is. But we found ourselves recently. Hunter Haney is a guy that joined the team recently. A young guy, really sharp, Faulkner graduate that knows Magic, loves it, and has really taken it to a different level. I mean, he's got guys out there, talking about the games and going to the university. So hopefully, sometime next year, we're going to organize a all Montgomery University Magic marathon, where we have each university compete against each other and come into the store with their top players.
That's good.
And so different things like that,
Like a battle royale.
Yes, so maybe Faulkner has their top guys play down to their top 4. Then ASU does so. Then AUM and Troy and so on. And then the top 20 players from 5 universities meet at Quality Comics, and we'll sponsor the prize support and all that.
Yeah.
Just to try to make it very community minded. So
That's pretty cool.
We're doing. I think it's going to be fun, a lot of fun. And we got that. We got the Halloween Comic Fest. We are going to have some prizes and things for I think the GT South is having a cosplay contest, and Hot Topic's thinking about doing that, and we're going to be involved in those things and trying to inject a little bit of quality comics into the geek culture of Montgomery, and some more fun and some more prizes.
So now, talking about a comic book shop, and just this week there was a comic book movie. Has anybody seen Venom?
I have not seen Venom yet.
Have not made it.
Has anybody excited to go see Venom at all?
A little bit more
I haven't heard
now.
too much.
I
It
was
did
reading,
well. It
I was
did
reading,
well.
That one of our longtime listeners, Brock Wagner,
Spigot?
Yeah, Spigot.
Yeah.
He was tweeting that he saw it and he was expecting like Justice League Suicide Squad level, but he said no, it's entertaining. And
Really?
So he
Okay.
gave it like a better. I'm like, okay,
I just heard
better than those two.
bad things, but apparently its Thursday preview thing was the largest for the month of October.
Okay.
Well, I think part of it is Venom. I'm an old dude, so I remember when Venom came around and that storyline was written. As I think Jay has those books as well.
I do.
And it was, Spider-Man is a superhero, but in this situation they're going to have Spider-Man in the movie. But Venom is very dark, horror type thing. So if you go expecting superhero, you might be disappointed. It might be more dark than superhero, so which is what I'm hoping for.
I think a lot of folks were turned off about Venom because it wasn't R-rated.
Yeah, they were turned off. Well, they were turned. Two reasons they were turned off by it. Number one, it wasn't R-rated. Number two, it wasn't Marvel. The Marvel movie guys being behind this thing. It was Sony owning a property and making a movie out of it because they still held on
In
to
association with Marvel.
They still had they still had the property for it. But honestly, nobody was involved from the Marvel side of that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was no MCU presence at all.
None.
Wow.
Not even what's his name, Kevin
Feige,
whatever. Yeah, like he had no involvement whatsoever in this. Sony owns the property rights to Spider-Man. They lent those out for Marvel to use Spider-Man in some movies here, but they also had their own thing. So they're like, Spider-Man's doing well. Let's make our movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't blame them for making some money.
And hopefully it does. I never see a comic book movie and I say, boy, I hope that fails. I never see anything like that.
Aquaman.
I still don't hope it fails.
I do.
Why?
Well, I don't like Aquaman.
Sadly, the previews look better than Justice League.
I was going to say.
Well, that's not saying much. I didn't like the preview. I saw that 5-minute Aquaman trailer, and my eyes rolled like 360 degrees from that thing.
It's one of those things, man, because
I don't like, as much as I like Jason Momoa, right? I like Khal Drogo. I like them in some other things. I don't like his portrayal of Arthur. Not that I'm an Aquaman fan to begin with.
you haven't seen
Aquaman.
his portrayal of. Well, I guess you have from Justice League, but
Well, visually, he certainly strays far from the.
But I
Aquaman
mean,
we
just
know.
that whole,
The dude bro mentality.
yeah, bro side, man.
Bruce.
well, I don't want him to fail.
King of the
because
Broshin.
It's kind of reminds me of what happened when they did that live action movie of Dead or Alive, based on the Tecmo game.
No.
Yeah.
That was a Uwe Boll. No.
Yeah, I mean
No.
every
No.
female character in that movie had the exact same mentality, and that was horrendously bad.
Yes.
Seeing that at all. So if it doesn't match the character that you've read all this time, yeah, you're just really going to stick out.
I can understand that. I'm just like I said. The reason is
Yes,
I want them all to not fail.
It
because
may not be my jams. Let other people enjoy them.
Well, not even just that. It's just that what's the term? A rising tide lifts all boats type thing. So, the more successful they can be, then the more hopefully quality that we can get, or the more we can get, and we can hit those moments of really good comic book movies. We may have to go through some really bad ones here to get there, but as long as they succeed financially,
Not just be limited to Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman, and Superman.
something like that. Which it's
Well,
amazing.
even Batman and Superman.
It's still amazing that Watchmen was made
Yes.
Right.
well before
The Marvel,
most of the cinematic universe stuff hit. I think, right?
I believe so.
Watchmen was before Iron Man, wasn't it?
I think it may have been.
No, Watchmen was 2010. Iron Man was 2008.
8. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So
But
Well,
I
not-
mean,
not long
is
after
that when
that,
we knew
you
like
know?
that there was going to be a Marvel phase
well,
system?
Yeah,
what's
right.
ridiculous is DC since 2001 they didn't have phases as I understand.
300 was before.
but yes,
300.
2006.
Yeah, 300 would have
Yes.
been before the big
But
comic book thing.
they
And
they
the-
said, all right, these are the stories we want to make, and there was like a list of like 25 stories that they said they wanted to make. And Watchmen was on that, as well as Dark Knight Returns, which is a Frank Miller written tale, just like
Oh, yeah.
300 is as well. And Watchmen was by Alan Moore, and so the Swamp Thing movie that they're working on developing is going to use Alan Moore's work, but they had all these fantastic stories, and it was all graphic novels and storylines that comic fans were familiar with all through the 80s. It's the thing that brought comics to the fore.
Yeah.
The Killing Joke, very dark tales, but very, they fit the world that the Batman and the Joker live in, or that and they at some point they just veered completely off of that. The TV shows started hitting, and it was almost like they said, okay, well, let's just go with super special effects TV shows. They're not going with any of the stories that have the meat on them. Wonder Woman obviously was really good, and Batman Begins was very true to the Batman Origins. But the other two, this, of course, everybody talks about Heath Ledger's Joker portrayal, and that was the best thing about that movie. Two-Face was good, but the third one and the storylines in them were very, they abandoned it, and they've got, and it's with both companies. There's so much material that's good, but it seems like when the screenwriters get a hold of it, all bets are off.
My favorite Batman has been, and most likely will always be, Kevin Conroy.
Your vocalist. Your vocal Batman.
Just portrayal of Batman. The animated series is my favorite.
Yeah.
I am not. We've talked about this. I am not loyal to a voice actor.
No,
Doing.
but
I'm not
I
loyal
like-
to an actor doing a character
No.
either. But I'm not loyal to a voice actor doing a character.
But I
also.
liked I liked the animated series. I liked the portrayals in it. I liked the stories. I liked the look. I liked the music. I liked the animated
There was
series.
a fan-made short several years ago. I can't remember exactly when. That was unbelievable. The special effects, everything, and the guy that they had play it, I can't remember his name, but the guy they had playing Batman just killed it. And it was, it was. I think it was before Batman Begins. It might have been 2002, 2003, and it was like this huge sensation. And everybody, they said, "Hey, let's get this petition." And they got tens of thousands of signatures, but again, DC.
I know the Warner Brothers folks.
Yeah.
That's what I'll never understand is that they have a massive pool to pick from of talent as far as writers and story ideas and everything else, and they just don't do it. Mainly because I think when they settle on a director's like, well, you're going to use my writer and you're going to use this. If you want me to do it,
Right.
you're going to do it. You have to do it my way, and they
I
really,
want to put my spin on it.
yeah.
Instead of what everyone knows.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is my
You know-
vision of what Batman or insert popular comic book character here. This
And
is what
I
my
think
vision
they
of this
use
person
their
should
Hollywood
be.
alliances to cast them as well, because some of these people are the most unlikely, and oftentimes we as fans are like, oh, it's going to be horrible, and it is. So I think the best movies, it seems like, are when they go out and find somebody that they think would fit the role, some young actor who is hungry and just kills the role, he just outdoes it. Like Gal Gadot, I know she's been in other stuff, but man, she was born to play Wonder Woman. They went
Or,
out and found the perfect person.
Was it Tom Holland, the guy that did Spider-Man?
Yes. I mean, they went out
The
and
fact
found a
that
young
number
kid
one,
that
he's
just-
not in his 30s was awesome. That alone was pretty cool.
There's a meme that shows Andrew Garfield sitting on the sidewalk beside a kid, and it said, "Who knew?" I wonder if Andrew knew he was sitting beside Tom Holland. And it's like a little 6-year-old. It's great.
Yeah, but I mean, I liked his portrayal of Spider-Man.
It's awesome.
You know,
I love it. Can't wait for the next one.
the first two Tobey Maguire movies I enjoyed. The third one,
Come on, that Venom rendition in number 3 was so good.
the Venom was interesting, but the
The old
movie was
dancing.
oh.
Oh god, that was
I'm
horrible.
being-
All of that was horrible.
It was god awful.
I like how you could do that in the game. You're like,
Yeah.
pew pew, finger shoot.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll get around to seeing Venom eventually.
Yeah,
I got an email from one of the theaters saying, "Hey, you've earned a free popcorn and a free drink." So I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll go see Venom."
I still want to
$30
see.
worth.
I'm waiting
Right.
for Mission Impossible to come out on video, the newest one.
Yes.
I saw that. It was really good.
Just
Hey.
I wanted to see like dude's mustache.
Oh, it was no, it was very good. I enjoyed it.
The mustache.
It looks like I enjoy the Mission Impossible movies. For what they are.
They are good.
Of course.
I was excited to see that Sicario, the second Sicario,
I saw that
just
one.
came out.
I watched it.
Was it awesome?
I liked it.
I love the first one.
I like the first one too. Yeah.
Can't wait for that one.
Well, Lee, thanks so much for coming
Yes.
in, and just thanks everybody at Quality Comics for supporting the show, and thanks everybody who supports Quality Comics. We do appreciate it.
I have one last thing to share.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
If you hear from this radio show about Quality Comics, we have a coupon code that you probably won't remember, but if you just get close to it, we'll take it. It's 10% off your purchase if you say, "I'm here because I heard QC for me" on in-game chat or
QC
on
for me.
93.1. So
Okay. All right.
save you
then.
some money.
There you go. Check them out, Quality Comics on the Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery, and you can find them also online at qualitycomics.com and on Facebook at Montgomery Quality Comics. And don't forget to check out their eBay store as well. Lee, thanks again for coming in, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Loved it.
All right, we're going to come back here in just a minute. It is the month of October, so we're using, the horror game stuff. I don't have any kind of theme for this one. Looking through our list of looking through the list of like horror movies, we've been doing this since 2016. Excuse me. So, 2016, 7 tracks per episode. Yeah, 7 tracks per episode. There's about 4 weeks in a month. So, if you count that up, there's like 32 tracks per month. And we've already done it twice before, so you're up to 64 tracks of scary game music. So we're kind of running out. We're kind of the well is
Bottom
running
of the barrel.
The well is running dry a little bit, is what I'm trying to say. While I cough up a lung. So we are kind of borrowing from previous.
So let's just like throw it all to the side and do Christmas music.
Well, that's
It's October already.
We do Christmas music, but we don't stretch that through a month. There's no way I
Yeah.
could stretch video game Christmas music throughout an entire month. There's not enough. So we only do that for one episode, the one that's closest
So
to
hot, you
Christmas.
could do Beach Boys.
Yeah, right? It's miserable as far as the heat is concerned for October. Anyway, this track comes from Outlast. It is the main menu music there. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Saw, the video game. It's my favorite. The video game, not so much. The music, it is.
Oh,
The movies, not so much either. Some, yes,
I
but
saw the first one.
it all
I know,
depends. There's...
From what I gathered, it all went downhill from one.
They really all did, but honestly, they all... I don't know. I hate to get into it. just for the fact that I could spend a long time talking about it. As a guilty pleasure, I love it, but as any kind of great cinema, obviously it doesn't live up to that. But I've enjoyed every single one of them. Some more than others, obviously, but I've enjoyed the music in every single one of them. I think Charlie Clouser is the guy who does the music for those. So, anyway, welcome back to the show. Something I forgot to do, which I need to do now. Yeah, I know. Fix it in post, as they say. So, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, we can edit that.
Yeah, we will, and we'll do just that though. Let's get into real quick. Let's get into what we've played. I have played nothing. I've played some more Spider-Man, but really haven't advanced anything. But other than that, I've been playing Destiny. I got. I am one mission away from picking up the Ace of Spades hand cannon, which was a long, drawn-out process.
Is it worth having?
I don't know yet. I don't have it.
So you don't know anything about it, just because I'm pretty sure I would think someone would be putting stats and info on this.
From what I understand, it seems to be worth having in the sense that when you go into PvP, that's all I would ever get killed with at the beginning of the when everything started out. But that's because it's very PvP focused. The quest. The first thing it has you do is to get like 50 kills with a hand cannon in PvP. The second thing it has you do is, I think get 25 precision kills in PvP with a hand cannon. So get 25 headshots with a hand cannon in PvP.
No, wait, 27 kills. Not just headshots. You said
headshots. Yes, yeah.
Okay,
precision kills are headshots, basically. Okay, yeah. That's when the last shot is a because
I've hit many headshots before and it didn't kill the person.
No. It's not just headshots, but it's a precision kill, which is a headshot at the end of that thing. So, but doing that with a hand cannon. So, you wrap that up and then you do one mission solo, which is not even a PvP thing, and then you're able to get the gun. So, I'm very close to that. The thing is that everybody kind of gets that. That's a quest that you get after you finish the main campaign. And so you can start working on that quest. The Malfeasance quest is an exotic hand cannon that drops, and that only drops in another sort of PvP thing, Gambit. And the way that works is that at the end of a match, there's a boss that spawns for your team at the end of every match. And sometimes, randomly, that boss might be a certain boss. Mm-hmm. If that boss drops, and you kill it, you get the quest. Okay. So then you've got to go through and do other things. So yeah, and that's happened so far for me. So I've got that, but it is really strictly a random thing.
So it feels like what they're doing is trying to really push the PvP aspect to get these weapons.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Gambit, I guess, is kind of PvP, but it's not necessarily the same kind of PvP that you're used to, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're teaming up. It's you and a team against another team doing the same task as you. And you're just trying to be the first one to complete it before they complete it. Mm-hmm. So it's not your typical type of PvP situation.
So a race?
It is kind of a race, yeah. Okay. It is kind of a race to... Because when you kill enemies in your when you're killing enemies with your team, they drop the motes, and as you go around, you're collecting them, and then you take them to the bank and drop them in. Mm-hmm. And the first person to get, I can't remember how many motes dropped, will spawn the boss, and the first team to kill that boss will win the match. So yeah. But anyway, just been doing Destiny stuff for myself. I'm up to 573 or 574 now.
You know what the max is yet?
The max is 600.
Okay.
Yeah, the max is 600. So getting there, getting close. Okay. But that's all I played. What about you, Matt?
I beat Spider-Man.
Okay. Wish we could talk about it, huh?
Yeah. I did all the district missions, so I got the achievement for what I Heart
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. I think I got all the suits now, except I still don't have the university suit.
Not familiar with that one.
What's the university you go to?
ESU.
ESU. Yeah, there's the ESU where it's like jeans and a shirt, ESU shirt and everything.
Yeah.
You get it from the secret photo locations. There's 50 secret locations around the city, and I've got like 40 something of them. I'm close to it, but I didn't do that.
See, I never knew about that. Yeah.
Let's see. I beat Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Okay.
It was fun. I beat it. Had my time with it. And other than that, Elite Dangerous. I've been eliting and dangerousing with Kevin some more.
Any more epic space battles in there?
We're doing some. There's a new community goal that's going on right now for bounty hunting, and so we're getting ready for that. I set my fighter ship over to that system where it's going to be at. Yesterday, I'm trying to unlock one of the engineers. He's the 5-level engineer for your engines and thrusters. He's the only 5-level engineer, so he's really good to have. Just to get the invite to go to him, you have to go 5,000 light years outside from where you start your starting location. And that is a long trip.
Tedious.
When I just basically went to my starting location and I just started moving on the map 5,000 light years out, just looking at checking the different star systems. When I got a little over 5,000, I put a marker down and calculate the route, and it took me 117 jumps to get there.
Real time, how long did it take you?
A couple hours one way.
Wow.
Jeez.
My ship has a jump rating of like 50. So I could do 50 light years in a jump. So 5,000 divided by 50 is, however many, it took a while.
Yeah.
So just go there, and along the way I was scanning systems. I discovered some new systems where I'm the first person to discover them. So I got extra money, credit for discovering new systems and scanning new stuff, and I just went out there, turned right back around, and went all the way back.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you what do you do to keep yourself occupied during that 2-hour trip?
Just looked around, looked at the universe and everything, enjoyed it. I made about 4,000 credits on that trip, over 4,000 credits on the trip, just from scanning the systems and for exploration. So this is going towards my exploration rank, which is also helping out. I have over 104 million credits right now, so I'm trying to save up for some better ships and some better gear.
Okay.
So this is our MMO. You do a little grindy here. You get some materials, you trade them in. You go out, you look for this stuff, and I'm enjoying it. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
What about you,
Getting
RJ?
ready for Red Dead. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, right. What's going on with you, RJ?
Mostly PC building.
That's always fun.
Yeah. I mean, the building part is fine. It's just to getting the programs to work together. That's the tedious part.
Yeah.
Having to recall that. I'm not in 32-bit anymore. I'm in 64. So all the files I had on backup that I used to put my programs in. Those are all 32-bit. I have to go out and find the 64-bit version now. So So along with moving all my backup files from my old PC to my new PC, having to unattach my new PC to get my old PC back on there because I had to deactivate my malware service to deactivate on it and then put it back on my new one. It was just a real fun time getting all the programs to work together. Gaming wise, though, Spider-Man was what I was playing. When I did have time to find a moment to play.
That'll probably be me tonight. Will be Spider-Man because I have to go to the fair and work again tonight. My last day to do it, thankfully. Which means it'll put me home at about 10 o'clock. Then I'll have to start working on the video for this, for the show.
Right.
It's going to eat up PC time, which means I can't sit there and play Destiny or anything. It's going to take it about 2.5 hours. So really, and honestly, the fair wears me out. I was so tired last week when I got home. So, you know, I probably will not play any Destiny. I'll probably get on and play some Spider-Man tonight. And really try and actually move the story along because I'm so behind on that.
Yeah, in my case, for Spider-Man, it's like Matt, what you said, the secret photo locations. I didn't know anything about that until you mentioned about that. Found out about, someone told me about finding Uncle Ben's.
Yes, up in the top
northeast Harlem.
Northwest,
yeah, up in
northwest corner of the map. Yes.
Yeah, Harlem, Harlem at the top. Yeah,
yes.
So Harlem, go there and find his.
You can actually interact with it.
Interact with his final resting place. I found out about that. I think that's one of the hidden trophies.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I was up there I was doing my backpacks. I was going through and getting all the backpacks.
That's good to have.
Yeah, I did. I got them all, and I got all the minor crime thug things.
Have you met up with Black Cat?
No, I've seen her image all over some of these places.
That's another thing to hunt for. Yeah,
She gives you a suit when you do her thing.
Yeah, I've seen her image everywhere on graffitied onto walls and stuff. Yeah. But I was over in that area getting a backpack, and I was, swinging through a cemetery. I was like, "Oh, this is a cemetery." I didn't think anything of it until you just mentioned that. And
something just blipped up on screen says, "Oh, that's something you can interact with," and you just kept going by.
Nothing ever did. Nothing interacted.
It took me a while to find it because, you have to travel around. But
it's a graveyard. You have to look around. It's not like there's plenty of tombstones there to see up there. Yeah,
it's worth doing. What level are you?
50, I think.
Okay, so if you are level 50, the suit, how you have suit power and suit abilities.
Yeah.
At 50, the level 50 suit ability that you could unlock because you have the 3 different suit abilities. The level 51 it'll show the secret photo locations on the map when you get close to them, and that's what I equipped that, and that's where because there's some right up there in the graveyard area and around Harlem and the different boroughs and stuff.
Okay. So that's something to look forward to. I mean, I have to look into that. And also clearing out little bits and pieces of the Taskmaster's challenges.
I cleared them all at least with a level 1. Trying to get level 2. The drones. The
drones are the bane of my existence.
That one is my least favorite part of that whole game.
The part it's the height control. Swinging forward is no problem. It's the height thing. When it suddenly drops down, goes under a bridge.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
you have to try.
I'm like 200 feet above it. And I'm like, suddenly I have to go swinging from full speed to drop down on that bridge and catch it. No,
they're annoying. Have you done any of?
No, I haven't unlocked that. The closest I got to it was doing a side mission recently where I had to chase some doves.
Oh yeah, the pigeon.
Pigeon thing. I did that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had more fun with the pigeons than I did the.
What are they called? Rat birds or something? I can't remember what they're called.
Flying rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
the stealth ones I enjoyed.
Stealth ones are fine.
The fighting ones not bad.
No, yeah, just try to keep your combo up as high as you can. That's the challenge of it. Yeah.
The bomb ones, all right, but the drones are.
The drones are just a pain for me.
I think that's going to be the reason why I'm not going to platinum this game.
Well, in my case, I'd have to do more of those challenges because, like you, I just wanted to get them out the way to clear them for the sake of clearing them. But some of the suits that I got, I think I've got 4 suits left. 5 now that you mentioned the ESU suit. But a lot of them require challenge tokens, and I think I need about 8 of them to get the ones that I need. I got all the other stuff that I've got, maybe a few base tokens here and there, but for the most part, I'm going to need challenge tokens. So I'm going to go back and get those challenge ones.
Yeah, my gadget upgrades are all waiting on challenge tokens that I don't have.
Yeah, so we're going to have to go back and do. Hopefully, it'll just be stealth and combat that I'm missing a gold level achievement on. To get that, if I can find those and do those, I'll probably have enough challenge tokens to get what I need to get. But if I have to go back for drone or bomb challenges, Yeah, it's going to be a chore.
Yeah.
But hopefully it won't be too much because I got to get stuff for my gear as well.
Maybe just New Game Plus it. Is that an option?
Should be. Everything carries over for New Game Plus usually.
Maybe just New Game Plus it, and then redo when you get to the challenge stuff. Redo them at that point. Then you'll have enough to. That might be how I do it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, really haven't played much else. And just as a PSA to everybody, you're free to, if a game releases and you want to get the game, you can go right ahead and do whatever you want. But there's something to consider because me and Matt were just talking about this. He was talking about getting. You had some birthday money coming this in, and you were going to get Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, Odyssey.
And
I always get those two.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's ACO either way.
Yeah.
And I told you to hold off on that, and not for any other reason than the fact that November is coming up soon. Black Friday comes into play. Ubisoft is notorious for putting their games, no matter how close they release into Black Friday, on sale for Black Friday prices. And given this had a early October release, I think you're going to see a really good price reduction, probably in the $30 range. Yeah. At the very least, in the $30 range for that. So,
I could hold off.
Yeah, I would say so. And it was the same thing I was telling you, and I was telling RJ as well. If you are going to jump into Destiny Forsaken, hold off. I hate saying that because I really want you there to play with us now, but just hold off on it because it's going to be cheaper come Black Friday. And that's kind of the way all of your tech stuff, if you're looking into getting a TV or looking into getting any kind of electronic gadget or something like that.
I want that Oculus without the wires. Was it the Go?
No, it's called something else. I thought it might be, but I don't think it's called Oculus.
I think the only thing I was planning on purchasing in October really was Soul Calibur 6. Outside of that,
what day does that release? When does that release?
I think the 19th.
Yeah, hold off.
Release.
Hold off on that.
Well,
if you can.
Yeah, there won't be.
Did you get Yakuza's?
I've already started paying it off. So
you've already.
I've already started paying it off, so I'll be picking that up anyway.
Okay, well that's fine.
That and fighting games, day one, you're going to be there. Yeah. I'm going to be there.
Did you get Yakuza 6?
I did get 6, but I didn't start playing it because I wanted to finish
all the
what
other
I started
ones?
with Zero and Kiwami, and then now Kiwami 2 came out before I got finished with that. So it's going to be a minute.
Kiwami 2 already out?
Kiwami 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2's been out for a minute.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know. Target had Yakuza 6 for like $30.
Yeah. Is that the one with the shot glasses?
No.
Or just the standard?
Just the
standard steel
whatever.
Okay. Yeah,
Speaking of other October games releasing, or at least something in a series like the Yakuza series or whatever, Kingdom Hearts is getting another re-release on October.
To the surprise of no one.
Right. On October 30th, it is Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far. It is going to have, hang on, the entire thing. I think like 9 games.
I like how they can stretch 2 games into 9.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
But it's only
Kingdom
for
Hearts
PS4.
1.5 Remix. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix 2.
It's only for PS4. Xbox is not. Xbox, Switch, none of those are getting it. You'll have Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix included. You will have Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue included. Oh, God.
Drag Distance.
It's only going to be $39, which is not a bad deal, honestly, for that many games.
How? Kingdom Hearts is worse than Star Wars for re-releasing their stuff. And as a lifelong Star Wars fan that's bought that series more than 5 times, in different formats and different media, that says a lot about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
They milk that thing like no tomorrow.
Well, look, if people are willing to pay for it, they're going to keep doing it.
But, I mean, there's like...
your sports titles, Call of Duties.
But at least with
like
the sports titles, that's a different year, right? It's not like,
Madden...
Look,
I've said it before. A sports title next year, the only thing they did is maybe update the graphics and change the roster. You could do that with probably a $15 to $20 DLC thing like that.
But, I mean, it's not like they're re-releasing Madden 97, Part 5, 0.7, or, Remix 2, like the Kingdom Hearts, they've gone ridiculous with their re-releases, remix, HD, whatever, you know.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 remix, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358-2 Days, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Kingdom
Is that
Hearts
a serious title?
Yes.
It's 358 /2 days. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix,
Remix.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts Recoded, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, Kingdom Hearts
That's a real title.
Kingdom Hearts Point 2 Birth by Sleep, and Kingdom Hearts X, I think is what that says. There's a movie, I think. So yeah, it's a lot.
This should be a quiz question. Like which one of these Kingdom Hearts titles is fake?
No,
See how many could.
But you know, like they haven't even hit the Kingdom Hearts 3 yet, and this is like 9 different titles.
Yeah, I saw somebody posted something about Kingdom Hearts 3 has the distinction of where it's one of those games that you can have a list of things that happened in between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 in the real world. Like how many presidents you've gone through.
Like how we used to do for Duke Nukem.
The fact that Duke Nukem released in between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem Forever released in between those two games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of interested in it, but I also know that I will never play it. But,
and I enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
I never played them.
They were fun. Trying to understand the lore of that game is just poke your brain out. It's beyond convoluted.
Yeah, I never played any of them. AC Wraith, I haven't played a Soul Calibur since 3. I've avoided playing Kingdom Hearts specifically because I won't play a version knowing it's going to be obsolete. Well, that's not bad to do, but now that you've got this and you can play Kingdom Hearts 3, if you're gonna,
you can pick up all 20 versions of Kingdom Hearts.
Watch it. I'll have a steelbook and I'll be there day one.
Yeah.
Before
3 comes,
if it looks good, have at it, man.
Red Dead Redemption has a steelbook.
Yeah.
But guess what? You can't pick it up at Amazon or Best Buy. It is exclusive to GameStop.
Wow.
Yeah. All of the editions that come with the steelbook, because I think it goes regular edition, then
Legendary.
it goes. Then there's something the special. There's regular edition,
it's
and special
like regular,
edition.
something in the middle, and then the big.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Regular, special, ultimate, collectors. So regular and special are in all the stores, but it isn't until it hits ultimate that's
the 99.
Yeah, that's the 99 one that you start getting a steelbook, but also only sold at GameStop, and then the or from Rockstar Warehouse, I guess, from their own site.
Yeah,
and then it goes from that to like the collector's edition, which is. Also, it's only $100, but it doesn't come with a game. It comes with a little tithing box, and it's got like...
that's the one that's no game included.
Right,
it's
no
like
game in there.
I didn't think anyone would try that again. I thought, was it something,
There's
Battlefield or Call of Duty or
it.
something that did that?
There's a couple of them that have done it.
You spend over $100, you don't even get a game.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the refrigerator? What was the little... What series was that? It's like a
game.
Was that Call of Duty?
Call of
Duty.
Some combat.
Yeah, it had a micro
combat
fridge,
game in there.
mini fridge in it.
Yeah, I got a micro fridge and no game.
Yeah, but yeah,
I know Nate got that. He loved that. He wanted that micro fridge so bad.
Yeah, but this is like you spend over $100 and you don't get a game. You get playing cards.
Yeah.
You get all these other things. You get a nice map. That's all.
Yeah, but the bottom line is no game.
You get the map with the Ultimate Edition or whatever.
I don't think it's printed on cloth like this one. I think it's like a paper map.
No, I think it is. I think it is. You get you get the same thing. The differences are that you get with the lockbox. Well, first off, you get the lockbox.
Yeah.
You get some coins, a deck of playing cards.
Yeah. A bandana.
The bandana is in there. Yeah. There's a bunch of different things. That some of it comes with the others, but a lot of it doesn't. So, who's on the phone? Is this Chris?
Yes.
How did I know? Hey, Chris.
What's going on?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Yeah, playing through Dragon Quest XI, hopefully to get done with it or sometime sooner or a little after when Red Dead releases.
I know, that's kind of what everybody seems to be doing. Let's get through our stuff.
Waiting for the end of the month.
Let's get our stuff so we can start on Red Dead whenever it releases.
I would think first, does everyone have enough space on their system to play it?
Oh, yeah.
I found an old hard drive that had the backup stuff on, external, and I'm like, all right, let me copy this to another, and it's a 2 terabyte, and I just stuck it in there, and I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, so heads up to everybody. It was what was 150?
105 gig.
105 gig install.
Yeah.
So start making space before it comes out if you need to.
Time to invest in like a 4 or 5 gig one from Amazon or somewhere else. Like that's what I did a couple years ago. I thought, I'm getting tired of deleting all these games and rearranging about 500 gig on my system.
Yeah, when Sony released that update for the PlayStation, allow you to put 8 terabits on there. That's as soon as I was gunning to get one, and I finally got one a couple months ago. And I started
8 terabit hard drive.
And I pulled all the stuff off of there that I could and put it on there.
I'm hesitant. As much as I would love to have an 8 terabyte hard drive, I'm still kind of hesitant about that because when it gets to such ridiculous amounts like that, I'd want to throw everything on it, and so if that crashes, I lose everything. Mm-hmm. I like having redundancy when it comes to my hard drives.
The cool thing is, from what I've seen on the other systems and stuff, my external one, all the save data and everything is stored on the system, but only the game data, the install data is stored on the hard drive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can have options like that as well.
Yeah, that is true. But that was I think that's got to be the biggest. Is that the biggest install?
I think
100 and some odd gigs.
100 gigs. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the biggest
for a console.
I would say it's
it
close. If it isn't the biggest, I would say it's very.
I think
close.
I read somewhere that it was the biggest for a console.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for a launch one. I mean,
it's probably going to be on 2 discs, I believe.
Really?
No.
I was reading something about that they think it's going to be on 2 discs. One will be like an install disc. One will be a play disc.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I always understood the disc was basically an unlocking mechanism. So you put the disc in, it registers the fact that you have the disc, and so it starts the download process. That's what I thought it was. That you could download the game because you have the disc. And that all the information is not on there. It's just sort of an unlocking mechanism that gives you access to being able to download the game. I think, but I could be completely wrong. I really, I don't know as much as I used to about how video games work anymore.
Yeah, I've seen some of the new gameplay footage and everybody going on about the spots where you can shoot people like you could in the last one.
Like the Deadeye?
Yeah, like the Deadeye, where the privates.
Yeah, it's like a la Sniper Elite.
Yeah,
Sniper Elite and John Woo game.
I've been
Stranglehold. Yeah.
I've been playing Sniper Elite 4 again.
Oh,
actually,
nice.
I reloaded that and I did a couple more missions. I forgot about that. Yeah, I've been playing.
And I'm hoping that they have an achievement in Red Dead where it comes up and says "Butters, stop that."
Is there is that a reference to like the first game, something like that?
I think probably a South Park reference, maybe.
Okay.
That's where Butters keeps shooting the people. It's one of those episodes I think where they were trying to rescue the guy's wife from the Chinese mafia or something, and he kept shooting them in the privates by mistake.
By mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
he just points the gun and neuters them.
Okay.
If they had an achievement like for you doing that in the game, and that's the achievement that it pops up and it gives like a message like that. And Butter, stop that.
Oh, okay.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Wasn't there a achievement like that for Sniper Elite doing that?
Yeah, there was.
The first time you did that, you got an achievement.
First time you did it, and I think there's a couple of different ways that it can be done. But yeah, there's little achievement trophies, whatever.
So you have all the motivation in the world to do this, right?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Hey, Chris, we appreciate you calling in. As always, man, we got to take a break.
All right, y'all have a good afternoon.
Take care.
Take care.
We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat in just a moment. Here's music from Condemned, Criminal Origins. This is the...
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was. It was a real good one. The sequel, I don't remember if it was good or not. I didn't play too much.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It had some new aspects it threw in there, but this one was fantastic. So we'll be right back with more of In-Game Chat after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chats. I'm Scott along with RJ and Matt. This is music from Amnesia. And our music choices, well, not our music choices, they come from me. But our music is brought to you by our folks at Quality Comics, who were just here earlier at the first hour, talking about their anniversary that is taking place this Friday the 12th. Pretty much an all-day deal. They're going to have stuff on Friday, or the big day's Friday. They will have some stuff on Saturday, but the big one's Friday. Quality Comics, located at 500 Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery. Find them at qualitycomics.com, which I just went to and was looking. Apparently, they got a big stash of a collection out of Dallas that they picked up.
Yeah. With
like Batman #1 for sale in there. And I was looking at some of the stuff. $7,000 for a Spider-Man comic. They are the South's largest vintage comic dealer. Find them at Facebook at Montgomery Quality Comics and look at their store that they have on eBay as well. It's Quality Comics on the Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery. Their big anniversary going on this Friday. They'll have the Rickmobile, which looks really odd, but from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it does.
The way it looks at you as it's driving away from you. So anyway, welcome back to the show. What have we had? Some more stuff going on. Telltale fired off the remaining employees.
Yeah.
Telltale's done, man. Telltale is done. They got rid of the remaining staff who were working on that Minecraft story mode, whatever it was, for Netflix. Those folks are now gone. So, man.
And that's a horrific way to end the company, man.
Just went out of but it still feels like it was just out of nowhere. Like it just came out of nowhere. Like there was no writing on the wall. Sales weren't down, or at least not that I know of. It wasn't like they were struggling. It didn't feel like they were going to do it. It feels like it was a situation, if they said, hey, we got to come up with the funding so we can work on the final season of Walking Dead or something. I never heard anything like that.
Yeah.
They kept things so tight. Because I didn't hear it from employees, and I obviously you wouldn't, but
no, yeah, they were blindsided like the rest of us, man.
But, well, you'd think you would hear something from employees thinking, like I said, we talked about this, where,
yeah,
they haven't restocked the toilet paper in weeks, or something that they could say. I think the writing's on the wall on something like this.
Yeah.
But nothing was said, nothing was heard, and yeah, they're done. So. Yeah. It looks like Telltale is done, but maybe Toys R Us is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a topsy-turvy world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you get, used to that, the darkness in your heart from no Toys R Us, they might be coming back.
Yeah.
I might yet be a Toys R Us kid again.
We'll see how that pans out there. The author of the Witcher series is suing CD Projekt Red after I assume he gave him, after I assume that he allowed them to use his creation
IP?
as a video game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like one of them. We didn't think we'd get this popular.
Yeah, his name is Andrzej. Anyway,
stop.
We'll call him Andrew. Okay. He's the author of the
Andy.
Witcher. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's demanding more than $16 million in royalties from CD Projekt Red, who made the Witcher series of video games. What do we have here? Following success, the game was successful. Makes two serious allegations against CD Projekt. First, it claims that the royalty contract negotiated between the two parties runs afoul of a specific Polish law regarding royalty payments. This is a quote. It may be invoked when the compensation remitted to the author is too low given the benefits obtained in association with the use of that author's work. Notably, the latter condition is considered fulfilled if the compensation remitted to the author is too low by a factor of at least 2. In a interview from last year, Andrew says, I was stupid enough to sell them the rights to the whole bunch. They offered me a percentage of their profits. I said, no, there will be no profit at all. Give me all my money right now, the whole amount. It was stupid. I was stupid enough to leave everything in their hands because I didn't believe in their success. But who could foresee their success? I couldn't. Rather than the lump sum payment negotiated previously, the letter requests 6% of the profits obtained for the lifetime of the franchise. For the earnings on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt alone, the letter claims that he is entitled to at least 60 million Polish coins. I don't know what those are called.
Rubies?
No, they're called zlotis. Z-L-O-T-Y-S. What that translates into is about $16 million.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot of rubies.
The letter goes further by claiming that the agreement between CD Projekt and Andrew only ever pertained to the first video game in the series. Therefore, distribution of all other games, including their expansions, add-ons, is simply speaking unlawful. So, in other words, they had rights to use it for the first game, but they never apparently reacquired those rights for the second and third. Although, I don't think the second and third game are based on any kind of novel. I don't even know if the first game's based on a novel.
I don't know if it's just IP or...
Right. I think they just used the characters and the settings and stuff. I don't necessarily know that they ever made it for... to follow along the novel or anything like that. An interesting position. It seems I've never liked that. I mean, I get my whole thing is, look, I made a mistake once and I bought something that it was a bad purchase. I really should. Can I sue them now and go back and get that done? He made a bad deal. Is he allowed to sue them now and go back and try and get that money back, I guess? I don't know. Maybe that's what he's trying to do, as far as, like, I don't really have a recourse, I'll sue, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, that sort of whatever. Because he admitted he made a bad deal.
Yeah.
He admitted in an interview that he gave him the whole thing because he didn't think it was going to be successful.
Yeah.
Man.
So he didn't have faith in what he created?
No, Lethal Migrant says, your Switch. That bad purchase you made was the Switch. Go sue Nintendo.
Don't joke, man. Someone might do that. God knows what we sue for in this country. Anyway.
We do. Anybody see that Harry Potter video game footage?
I heard about it. It's like an MMO.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I haven't seen the footage yet, though.
It was leaked on Reddit, and it was from Warner Brothers has yanked the video from YouTube. The footage shows wizards in the Hogwarts Academy casting spells. It was apparently a third-person open-world action game in which you customize your own wizard, a fifth-year student at Hogwarts. No, I would not like to sign up to your newsletter, Kotaku. Observers early this morning theorized that this game might be made by Rocksteady Studios, who made the Arkham games. But that is not the case. Rocksteady is still working on superheroes, which we don't know what they're doing, by the way. Rocksteady has not come forward to reveal anything. So, who knows? But yeah, that was out there, and there's nothing has come from that, by the way. They just put it out there, and that's it. Nobody's come forward saying, yeah, it was us, we were working on this, or I worked on that, or anything. Nothing's come of that video. So, yes, I've heard about the Harry Potter game that Niantic is, or whatever they call it. Yeah, Niantic is making. The same guys that did Pokemon Go and whatever. They're doing one for the same thing for Harry Potter, where you go around to different locations and, cast spells, I guess, or do whatever. So, what else here? That was Telltale Company, Indiana Jones, and the Infernal Machine.
We got a game?
Got its first digital release in 19 years.
Oh, wow.
Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine is now available to buy digitally for the first time since it was released back in 1999.
Yeah. For which system? Switch?
Let me see.
Or is it like on GOG?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, GOG.
I might have to pick that one up.
$6.10.
Not a 4 for 4?
No, $6. I don't know why. The 10 cents is the weird thing.
Yeah.
$6.10. Just, that's odd. Normally it's like $4.99, $5.99. Nope, $6.10. Here's the trailer, which we warn you has not aged well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that. I remember.
The Infernal Machine was the first Indiana Jones. Look at me with 2 pens. The Infernal Machine was the first Indiana Jones game to adopt the Tomb Raider structure.
Okay.
It featured full 3D environments and visuals that were decent at the time and offered plentiful environmental puzzle solving alongside a sprinkling of combat. Mostly I recall that Indy's voice sounded a bit weird because LucasArts couldn't get Harrison Ford to do the lines. The game takes place in 1947, which is well after the adventures in the films, which goes some way to explaining the extra gravel in Dr. Jones' vocal cords. Whether you actually want to play a 90s 3D adventure today is another question entirely, but it has been a very long time since the PC had a proper Indiana Jones adventure. The last one was Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. But more recently, the closest the PC has come is Lego Indiana Jones and its sequel. There's Tomb Raider, of course, but that doesn't really scratch the same itch. So, there you go. If you want to pick that up. Man, that does look bad.
This is 1999.
It's still not the best. But
Didn't want to remake it?
I don't necessarily know that they can remake it. Disney owns the
Infernal
property.
Machine. I remember I had that one on disc. I still do. Never mind. I don't want to pick that one up. It's bad. No, yeah, it was pretty bad.
But it's $6.10.
Matt's having flashbacks. That bad, huh?
Just $6.10.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those like rough to go back to kind of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so why bother releasing it?
Who knows?
For people that want to.
It's GOG. There's a lot of games you can look at GOG and say, why bother releasing it? But that's what GOG does, man. It's good old games. So they put out old games. So, Lethal Migraine talked about the Switch, and there's apparently a new Switch model coming next year.
Was it like the Switch XL?
I mean, probably not. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that Nintendo will be introducing a new version of its popular Switch console next year. The report says that the move comes as Nintendo hopes to boost sales momentum of the Switch, which has dropped off since its launch. Of course it has. It claimed that this new model would likely share many features with the current version and be compatible with existing Switch game software. It also says that Nintendo is still debating what new hardware and software features to include in the upgrade. One option on the table being an upgraded screen, closer to those found in more recent smartphone LCDs, which would make it brighter, thinner, and more energy efficient. We won't know until probably next year sometime, maybe an E3 thing. Obviously, they don't do E3, they do the Treehouse things.
Is storage an issue on Switch?
Well, it doesn't have any. You have to have a memory card, but it's not in the same vein as Vita, and so it's just a regular, whatever those micro SD cards or something like that.
Yeah, I know. It's not. Maybe it's not a thing that most think about, but I've always been a component of storage. I like to have the more storage, the better, to store all this stuff in because. Like we were talking about with the Red Dead, 105 gigs.
I know.
People have to make space on
I
the
got to
system
remember to do that
so,
tonight when I play Spider-Man is to go through and make sure I've got, and to see what my size is on the hard drive there. So, yeah, be interesting to see what they do with that. Monster Hunter is getting a movie adaptation.
Domestic or Japan?
That's a good question. Let me see about that. I am not exactly sure. Monster Hunter officially had a live-action feature film based on Capcom confirmed Thursday that the project is in development at Constantin Film. Oh, the guy who did the Resident Evil films.
W.S. Anderson?
Yeah, Paul Anderson.
Oh, Paul Anderson. Okay.
Yeah, he's reteaming with publisher to adapt Monster Hunter, serving as director, writer, and producer. So, an American.
Okay.
So,
but the game has always been bigger in Japan, right? So.
Well, I mean, so is Warcraft, and they made one here.
Well, that doesn't matter, but still.
Yeah.
I would think they would do it first.
And I believe the Warcraft film did fantastic in Japan.
Okay.
Better than it did here. Found out what the exclusive or the timed exclusive Red Dead Redemption 2 thing is for PS4 owners. Oh. You'll get it a month before the Xbox folks.
What's that?
A horse.
A horse?
A horse.
The war horse?
Available from day one of the game. Other Red Dead Redemption. Let's see.
What special horse, huh?
Red Chestnut. Red chestnut, Arabian horse, and
Is it
alligator.
a horse or is it like,
Yeah. Red chestnut, Arabian horse, and alligator skin ranch cutter saddle. The
Fancy.
Grizzlies outlaw outfits and the high roller double action revolver.
What's your cabinet made out of? Red chestnut.
Red chestnut. Rich mahogany.
Rich Corinthian leather.
The subtitle of this article is a platform exclusive. Hoovesive.
Ah.
Hooves.
Hooves.
That's nice.
Hooves.
Tom Phillips over at Eurogamer. That was horrible. I salute you. That was bad. I salute you.
Yes.
So bad it's memorable.
That was good. That was good. Where's my... Oh, there's the other one.
Oh my God, a talking horse would be awesome in that game.
Somebody, look in the chat room, they were talking about a
Yes.
Blazing Saddles DLC.
Really? Oh, that would be funny too.
That would be wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, use the horse that Cleavon Little rode in when he first came into Rock Ridge.
Oh, and
Rock Ridge.
Oh my gosh, if like Red Dead 2 like put like a little like Rock Ridge, town that you could like visit and everything.
Yeah, little subtle hints like that.
That would be awesome. If like some dude's just punching the horse.
Oh no!
If you could, they let you punch your horse, it'd be great.
Look, there are too many things in Blazing Saddles that would not fly
Oh,
nowadays. So
most of
therefore-
everything of Blazing Saddles.
If you
would
could
not
like
fly.
do character selection and be Mongo.
Mongo?
Yeah.
His like subtitle, like his like a little like bio would just say "just a pawn in
just
the game
a
of
pawn in
life."
the game of life, exactly. The
Mongo like candy.
Yeah. Put that campfire scene.
You know how
In
like
Red
in
Dead,
Red
see what
Dead
happens.
1 you could have the different outfits. One of them could be like the Candygram, and you get extra dynamite.
Candygram for Mongo.
But no, I think it would be okay. That was good. I think like a talking horse that was just like sass, and you're the only one that could hear it and everything would be awesome.
Yeah, too much time in the desert. Sun got to him. Now his horse is
Just
talking
like
to him.
the horse is
No. Thinking
the
about
horse
that,
is sassing you when you
No.
start talking. It the other NPCs are like, "Dude, you're kind of crazy."
No, think about that. That would be one of them side missions. Spin out in the desert, suffering signs of heat stroke, sunstroke, or whatever. Now he's hallucinating, and one of his hallucinations is a horse talking to him. That would be something that would probably go through as a side mission or something.
Briscoe County Jr. God, that was good.
Yeah.
Well, we had to waste 1 second on Red Dead 2 was their Django Unchained DLC.
Wasn't there one for Max Payne? He was tripping on Valkyr in the first game. Yeah, so something like that in Red Dead.
Yes.
That would be cool if all their DLC was based on Western films. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Tombstone.
Well, that time remember when Burnout did the movie car series?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If Red Dead would do like the movie Western series, and you could be the man with no name,
Outlaw Josie Wales.
yeah, stuff like that.
Somewhere like in a cave, you could find like a crack in the wall, and see the DeLorean behind it.
I wasn't even thinking that, but good idea.
But wouldn't that be awesome? Like it's just a little Easter egg. Just like you can't get to it, it's just right there, and you could like see a little bit of it.
I'm trying
That
to
would
think.
be
I'm trying to think of epic westerns. What was those ones? What was it? Sergio Leone, the spaghetti westerns
Yeah,
they call them.
Yeah,
goodness.
the Man with No Name trilogy.
Yeah.
Or, like there's a lot of like cool things that you could do.
yeah,
That
that'd
I
be
think would be
fantastic.
fun.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think it would be.
And I mean, just get Young Guns DLC. That would be.
Complete with Bon Jovi.
You get to shoot them.
No.
Or if I don't know. Maybe they already. I don't think they have played on that. But like, you could be some. And okay, fine. Do the movie DLC, and then do another DLC that actually highlights real people. And I don't know that they already don't do this. I have no idea because I've never played too far into a Red Dead game. But is there? I'm trying to think. Wild Bill Hickok, Billy the Kid, Jesse James. Just some of those notorious ones from that era that were actually real people. That'd be interesting if they had something like that. Oh, I'd love some Deadwood DLC. Oh,
That was your show back in the day, wasn't it?
that's my show. That's still my
It's a
show.
good show.
That's still my show. Good
I've never
God.
seen it.
That would almost be like Blazing Saddles, where like you can't, some of the language you can't quite do. Well, they could.
It's HBO.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's
HBO,
Rockstar.
right?
Yeah.
It was HBO,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. Oh, HBO do anything.
Yeah. Well, they licensed out their Game of Thrones to Telltale, so.
A lot of good that did.
Yeah, apparently. Anyway, we need to go. We're going to have another break here. When we come back, we don't actually have much left to talk about when we come back, so...
We'll find something.
Yeah, we got some stuff, but yeah, when we come back, more of In-Game Chat in just a minute. We've got music here from Left 4 Dead. The title of this track is also called Left 4 Dead, so we'll be back with more In-Game Chat in just a moment. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from The Seventh Guest. Going back a ways there, that's the coffin game from that game. One of the puzzles in that one. Love The Seventh Guest.
It was challenging.
One of my first games I ever played on a PC.
Okay.
Outside of... Well, it was one of the first that I actually went out and bought. Everything else I'd been playing up until that time was like shareware.
Yeah.
So, Doom... Wolf 3D was all shareware and everything else, but then like Seventh Guest, it was one of those that I actually went out and bought.
Yeah, motivated you to get up out.
Well,
get
no,
up out and get there.
I was at the store with my dad, and it was one of those situations where I went to my father and said, "Will this run on your machine?" Because he would have to look at the specs.
Yeah,
because I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know at the time what a 386 DX40 was or a 486 DX40 was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know, and I was trying to look on the side of the box. I have no idea. Dad, will this run on your machine, and can I get it? That was the whole thing. So, and of course he would have to look at it and see if my kid can be playing this game. Although at the time there wasn't any worry about that. It wasn't a situation.
No, there was no.
So long as it wasn't Leisure Suit Larry.
Leisure Suit Larry, yeah.
As long as I wasn't coming home with that game, he was pretty much fine with everything else.
Yeah.
Man, really enjoyed Seventh Guest. 11th Hour, which was the sequel, not so much, but only because I couldn't... That was the problem, man. Dad had a computer because he needed to do work stuff with it. He didn't do gaming with it. Yeah. So there was a good period of time where most of the games that I bought would be able to play on his system. But when the sequels for a lot of those games released, he didn't upgrade. He didn't have a reason to upgrade.
Didn't have to, yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, he didn't have
He had no reason to upgrade in the sense that we do now, or at least in the sense that if you use it to game.
Some folks do, yeah.
Yeah. If you use it to game that you do now. So he didn't upgrade. So some of it could run, but at a certain point in the game, it was like, hey, I can't do anymore. This is as far as I can go with you.
Yeah.
So 11th Hour was like, well, 11th Hour wasn't like that at all. I tried to install 11th Hour. I installed it and tried to play it, and it was horrible. I couldn't do it. It just couldn't work. Riven, which was the sequel to Myst, tried to play that, and it would not load. Once I got to the installation process, it wouldn't load the final disc. And so I couldn't play it.
And one because of lack of space, it just said, no, we can't do this.
Couldn't do it. Yeah, so it was a while before I could get to Riven. Yeah, it was one of those things. Had to until I actually got my own computer and started doing stuff with it. It was a while before that could be done. So, let's see. Back to also don't forget the music brought to you by our friends at Quality Comics, who were just here earlier. They're celebrating their 1 year anniversary on Friday, October the 12th. Kind of an all day deal, but between what did you say, 5 and 8? Matt, was it 5 and 8 or 4 and 8?
Really around like. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
That the Rickmobile will be out there with all kinds of different things, and apparently it's hard to get them to come by your place. That you have to be selected for it, and they were. So check that out. Friday, October the 12th, the 1 year anniversary of Quality Comics, located on 500 Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery, and they are the South's largest vintage comic dealer. Saw some Spider-Mans. Spectacular Spider-Man #1, or was it Amazing Spider-Man #1? I think it was Amazing. Fantastic Four #1 I saw on their site. Batman #1 I saw on their site. A lot of great stuff there. You can check out qualitycomics.com. That is comics with an X. And on Facebook, they're at Montgomery Quality Comics. They've got an eBay store as well, so check that out too. All of the music, by the way, it's all Halloween themed. It'll all be Halloween themed for the rest of the month. So that's just what we do every October. We pick video games that have a Halloween theme or a scary theme or something like that, and we use music from them. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm thinking of branching out because some of these games aren't necessarily horror as much as they are suspenseful, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So even that, I'll look into. I'll get some new music in there.
That's criticism I hear a lot about horror games. They're saying it's more action-y than real horror.
Well, I mean, Ghosts and Goblins has a name that seems like it would be horror, or a scary thing or whatever. It's got the spook factor, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't at all.
Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, whatever you want to call
and
it.
I've used music from both of them, and I've used music from Castlevania. And if you look at Castlevania, that is not necessarily, even though it's got vampires and stuff, it's not necessarily a horror type game. What was it called? 1866.
The Order.
The Order. Yeah. Horror elements.
Yeah.
Not so much a horror game. Vampires and werewolves, but
action title.
Yeah, pretty much an action title. So, Friday the 13th is the PS Plus game this month. So, just letting you know.
That is true. I think I put that in my library.
I did not. And now that it's October, I need to go do that.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, man.
Yeah. Also, we got we got a little sneak at the November PlayStation Plus games. Like, it's already October, but there was a sneak about it because they advertised it. At least, here's what we know for the PlayStation 4 games that we're going to be getting for November is Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition.
I've always wanted to play that.
It's fun on the PC.
I played that on PS3. Not the full, the one that came out first. Yeah, I played that one.
And it looks like Yakuza Kiwami.
Of course.
Will be on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
The one I already own, not one of the ones I don't own. I wish they never did 3 on PlayStation Plus that I know of. I know I have 4 and I believe 5.
5 I got from a PlayStation Plus offer a while back. So I got that on my PS3.
Yeah.
4.
I have 3 and 4 on my... 4 was on PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
I had the disc for 3 somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's safe to say that Sega's going to re-release all the 3, 4, and 3, 4, and 5.
Probably.
Yeah, Kiwami 3, Kiwami 4,
it seems to be
Kiwami
making
5.
them money, so why wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then of course they did the re-release of Shenmue.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the Kickstarter for 3. Because 2, if anybody played it, that thing ended with a pretty big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with AC Wraith. I want more Costume Quest. I would agree.
They only did 1 and 2, right?
I thought about that last night. I was at home, and I thought about getting on and playing Destiny, and I really fired it up, and I was looking around, and I just thought, the only thing I had left for me to do to earn any kind of gear was play Gambit, and I just didn't feel like playing Gambit at all. So I turned the computer off, and ended up actually watching some videos, like what is his name? Oh God, Captain Christian, I guess is his name. He does a lot of film theory video type stuff. He did one on David Fincher that was fantastic.
Really?
But this one that he did was about Disney animation, and so I was watching that. And I was also...
Let me know what that is, because, I mean, ever since Every Frame of Painting stopped a couple years back, I've been missing, like, really thought out...
It's Captain Christian, both with a K, by the way.
Okay.
Captain with a K, Christian with a K.
As long as it's not comics with a K as well, because then...
There's no there's no comics involved.
Or commentary with a K.
If you want to look it up and throw a link in the chat room, you can.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah. I'll send it. I'll do it.
Because Fincher's one of my favorite directors.
Here we go. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Well, I thought I would send you a link. Where's the whole thing where you can share it? Anyway, nothing that I can see.
Okay. Invisible Details. All right. David Lynch. Disney and the Magic of Animation. Okay, 2 days ago. Alrighty. I will look at us. Ooh, Batman, Superman. You did one on Gorillas? All right. And
No.
Watchmen?
There's some really good ones in there. So I was watching that video, and I was watching also, I think, a hour-long review of Destiny 2 from a group called Skill Up, I think. Guy did an hour-long review of Destiny 2 Forsaken. And it was very thorough.
Were they happy overall?
He was, because he referenced the fact that he did a video back when Destiny 2 had released both of their DLC packs. He did a video of how boring it actually was, and he wanted to readdress it and come back to it after Forsaken to note the differences and how he's enjoying it. And the first thing that he starts off in the video with when he's talking about Destiny Forsaken is, he didn't even talk about he mentions the game not once. It starts off with a Coca-Cola ad. And he goes into how Coke versus Pepsi and everything else, and how Coke changed their formula, and then Outcry made them go back to their old formula within very short amount of time, and also how Pepsi was trying to... I
remember New Coke.
Yeah. I remember that, yeah. I do too.
And how Pepsi was trying to gain market share against the big guy and stuff. So he went through all that just to say that... Forsaken is better than Year One Destiny 2, you know. So, he went through all that just to say that, really. But it's a very long, in-depth, thorough review of Destiny 2. And I watched some Assassin's Creed Odyssey reviews.
Okay.
Basically, I went to a YouTube hole. Is really what happened.
It's easy to go to.
That's exactly what happened last night when I decided on it. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to play Spider-Man, but I didn't. I ended up watching, it was a Solo, Star Wars story. Watched that.
Was that your first time watching it?
Yeah, it was my first time watching it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I did watch the whole thing.
What did you think of it?
I didn't like it.
Really?
No, I really didn't like
it.
All right. I liked his portrayal. I liked his portrayal of Han.
All right.
I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed the little bitty bit at the end of like, oh, hey, here's
the character.
Here's the thing that's, you know, we put Leia in Rogue One. We're going to put this dude in this one, you know. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But honestly, after looking at it, I thought there's got to be a lot of people with questions as to why she's talking to that person, because that person should not be. If you didn't follow along in like, oh God, what was it called? The Clone Wars?
Clone Wars and Rebels.
Or Rebels, or anything like that. Even Rebels, I'm like, what's going on here? Then you would have you have
questions.
You have every reason to believe that dude's dead and he should not be around. You know,
well,
exactly.
Then it's a surprise.
I know.
Oh, he's not. All right. I mean, you know, like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun action romp. I thought the Lando was hilarious. You know, especially like the scene where he's a video blogger, you know, it cracks me up. Yeah, I had a good time with it. You know,
it's Star Wars though. You rarely don't have a good time with Star Wars movies.
I can't think of any of them that I don't like.
That's perfectly fine.
And I'm just that way. Whereas that's one of those things that, you know...
I know. No.
I'm always going to be able to just, disassociate whatever and just be... To me, Star Wars, as soon as I first hear those bars or I see that, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I am able to transform myself into a kid again and look at it through those eyes as that first time I did. It's not like the jaded old man that I am now. It's that kid full of wonder that I will always be that way with Star Wars or even Indiana Jones. When I hear the Raiders theme going on and stuff like that, I'm able just to enjoy it as, the way I feel I need to enjoy it.
So you say there's no Star Wars movie that you didn't?
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't there an Ewoks movie?
2 of them, actually.
Okay.
Caravan of Courage and Ewok Adventure.
Caravan of Courage.
But stating how you felt about Ewoks.
Those are not canon movies. They are just like the holiday special is.
You never specified canon, though. So do you want to be specific on that? Is that your
numbered Star Wars movies and official Disney whatever? I like all saga from 1 to 8 so far, and the 2 standalone movies, and the series, the Clone Wars and the Rebels.
Yeah, I'm working through season 4 of Rebels. I just started season 4 of Rebels.
I enjoyed it.
So, I put all those items in my cart from the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
That are free with PS Plus, and $111 is what all that would cost. And you can get it for free if you're a PlayStation Plus member.
Save that money.
Yeah, I know. So now I own this. I have Friday the 13th the game. Ha!
Yeah, you
Nice.
can look at that dude's epic face when he gets scared. That dude in the cardigan.
Yeah. Speaking of, we got a I don't want to say a true horror game, but at least its origins are based in horror films and everything else. So music coming up next as we're wrapping things up here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Devolver Digital has a Weedcraft game. It's a tycoon game about growing marijuana.
Okay.
Do it.
That's Devolver Digital for you, man. Oh, this comes from... Okay, apparently I need to look at Eurogamer a lot more because their subtitles for their headlines are all pun. Devolver Digital's Weedcraft Inc. is a tycoon game about growing marijuana. The byline on that is, papers, please.
Wah, wah, wah. That's funny.
That is funny. That's better than exclusive.
Yeah.
There's a trailer. I'm going to have to watch the trailer now.
Okay.
We got to put that.
I'm not going to watch it now. I'm just saying I'm going to have to watch the trailer now.
Yeah, we got to have to put that in chat somewhere if we find it.
It starts off with Bernie Sanders.
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, and it's got Musk doing
Elon
the thing.
Musk?
Yeah, doing the thing on Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Still don't know how he got in the.
Never change, Devolver Digital. Never change. You're fantastic. Just oh man, that's wonderful. I'm putting the trailer there.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Good.
Oh man, I love Devolver Digital. I should get them on the show. I'd have to be really careful with the dump button, though.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. I just have to be careful with it. So.
I wonder what the aspects are like. Try to do this in a state where it's legal and a state where it's not.
Who knows how they're going to have that in there? But but I thought it was something that was not necessarily. I didn't know Devolver Digital was behind it, and now that I know they are, it seems to be a little bit more legit to me that it is. So,
see the images here. It looks like what's that game? This Is the Police.
Oh, I haven't gotten to the screenshots yet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Cultivate your plants.
Kind of like a drawn
cross and mutate them to market unique.
It's like drawn imagery of a city where you have to resource management basically when solving a case in that game. Sounds like this might be the case.
Work to change laws or implement new ones.
Bribe somebody.
Wow.
That's probably in there somewhere.
This is interesting.
Probably okay. There's probably something in there about
I didn't know
government officials and money in there somewhere.
Honestly, when I heard it called Weedcraft, I thought it was something maybe on your cell phone, something that was just not.
Now it has some legitimacy to it.
Not legitimate at all, and yes, it does. That's really cool.
They're speaking your language.
No, they're not really. Honestly, they're not.
Well, Devolver Digital just being silly.
Yeah,
that's definitely our language. Is their silliness.
Yeah, it does sound like some resource management things like that. I was looking at an article on PC Gamer about.
I like how it's you don't take them seriously in their seriousness. You know, I like them.
Let me see. Weedcraft Inc. explores the business of producing, breeding, and selling weed in America, delving deep into the financial, political, and cultural aspects of the country's complex relationship with this troublesome and promising plant. That's it, pretty much in a nutshell, right there.
Yeah, Thar66 put a link in the chat room about the new model Switch. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Is there anything new in this article, though? New version of Nintendo Switch may arrive as soon as summer of next year. Machine specs are not finalized yet. One option is improvement on display. Third publishers hope new Switch would give a clear hint to what would happen on 3DS line. Okay.
This is who?
There we go. Anyway. Not there's somebody put an image. That's funny. Yeah, Nintendo Switch Pro coming late 2019 possibly is what we're getting. Switch Pro is my label. Only information in the article citing sources that there will be a new Switch model in the second half of 2019. So, who we got on the phone?
Weeks.
Let's go and talk to Weeks. Hey, Weeks.
Hey, have y'all talked at all about the Harry Potter leak?
We did talk about that, yeah.
Just briefly.
Because we don't really know anything after it other than because nobody came forward, nobody who worked on it or any kind of company ever came forward and said, hey, that was us, glad you like what you see, or something like that. Nobody came forward anything, other than it was debunked that it was Rocksteady who was working on it.
And those are the Arkham folks?
Yeah, yes. Those are the Arkham folks. They're not They're not the ones working on that, or even
or
had been...
are they?
No, they're not.
Okay. That I definitely heard about them, or that rumor at least, but I mean, what is your take? Do you think that it's legitimate because there's silence?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's that's completely legitimate. I don't see any room of.
And I would love a Harry Potter MMO. I think I would.
That seemed to be. I mean, I don't necessarily know as MMO. Maybe it was an RPG MMO. I don't know. It seems to have RPG elements to it.
Yeah.
To because they showed some of the ways you could spec out your character and stuff. But is there an MMO?
My wife is. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Say, my wife has said so. I mean, her favorite thing to ever play is Skyrim. And she's just said forever. You know, all she wants is a Harry Potter Skyrim, and
Wouldn't
I think that would
great?
do well. I think an Elder Scrolls version of Harry Potter would be great. I think that my personal opinion would be that making it an MMO might be the bad idea, though.
Yeah.
It'd be great, good for them financially. It would make microtransactions like crazy, more than Fortnite.
No, I agree with you. I think it would. I don't think making it an MMO would be a good idea. It seems perfectly fit that it could live alongside an MMO.
There's ways of doing it as an MMO without making it that way. Like Elite Dangerous is kind of like our MMO, where it is massively multiplayer. You know, but there's not too much for you could buy some skins for your ship, but you don't have to. There's nothing in there that you have to spend any money on other than the game. If you don't want to do like the cosmetic, you don't have to do any of the cosmetic. But I could get on a public server and be surrounded by a whole bunch of different people. And I guess now I could play with people who are on the PS4. Because I think they do cross-platform.
For Fortnite?
No, Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous.
I don't know. Do they?
That's what I think someone was saying about that. But so if you could have like a wizarding world where you could be at Hogwarts, or you could be at one of the other schools, and it is massively online without it being the microtransaction-y MMO Fortnite-y whatever.
Yeah, I think that. What I saw, because I saw the video before it got pulled, and I saw that there was, at least my takeaway was that the Forbidden Forest was going to be a huge part of it. That's I kind of got that feeling. And so that it was, you know, in the movies, you see scenes from it and different things, but in my opinion, you don't really feel like it's a huge forest. Where in the books, reading the books, you know, I felt like the forest was pretty massive. I mean, you have centaurs hiding out, you got unicorns hiding out, you got Voldemort flying around and eating unicorns, you got Aragog, you got, you know, all these things taking place in this forest, and I think they're going to, you know, if anything. I also got Mario Party last night, and it's great. I love it.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It feels a lot like the absolute first Mario Party, and I think some of the mini games are ports and redone.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's really, really fun. And I mean, it's the same rules where you got to get the stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in recent versions they've changed that, but it's back to the old whatever it is, where you've just, you know, the stars. Whoever has the most stars at the end of the round,
right?
That's who wins. So.
Well,
it's fun.
Weeks, thanks for calling, man. We're about to have to run here, so
sure. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Take care
now.
That is going to wrap it up for us. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to grab us off of iTunes, and we're also on YouTube. Subscribe there. We're on Twitch. That you're watching us, subscribe there if you are. As well, we've got groups on Steam. We've got a clan for Destiny 2. Please join. Well, wait, I got to do some cleaning house. We hit our max of 100 members.
Well, that's good.
Well, this is also, it's got a lot of people who aren't actually doing anything.
Oh.
So we kind of hit our max.
One of them.
Yeah, we kind of hit our max. Not necessarily. I know you, but I would also spam invites to everybody I would see in the tower. So I kind of need to go through and get rid of some of those. But yeah, so we're all over the place. I want to thank Quality Comics as well. They got their anniversary big sale going on this Friday, October the 12th. So go by and check them out. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic week. We will see you next Saturday. Here is music from Until Dawn. It is called The Shadow of the Mountain. We'll see you next Saturday.